London Voluntary Service Council. Voluntary and Community Action for London. Buzzing, the voluntary and community sector at work. LVSC supports London's voluntary and community sector, a hive of social action provided by 45,000 organisations underpinning a city of more than 8 million people. With need around every corner and innovation emerging from some of the most remarkable places, LVSC not only hears the stories happening every day, but also brings opportunities to those that need it most. London's voluntary and community sector employs around 7% of the city's working population and is an incredibly diverse employer, with a high proportion of part-time workers from diverse backgrounds. The sector passionately serves its local communities, especially those most vulnerable and susceptible of being overlooked. Whilst highly effective, the support that is often specialist and niche can frequently go unnoticed by the masses. Great need is almost always immediate need, making it difficult for organisations to pause their fast-paced work to look beyond and plan ahead. 1/3 of all voluntary and community sector income is from government sources. However, due to huge losses of funding and severe benefit reforms, the voluntary and community sector work has grown more and more difficult. Workloads are increasing exponentially as the number of people needing assistance rockets and the sector struggles for survival. Over the last 5 years, there's been a huge impact on London's voluntary and community sector, with many organisations closing. As a central hub for the sector, LVSC links up organisations, networks and partnerships networks to help strengthen their work, giving them the opportunity to learn from each other, share their expertise and amplify their voice. LVSC also leads and listens to the collective voice of London's councils for voluntary services, who are greatly concerned that if more resources are squeezed from the sector, the diversity that makes the city great will be catastrophically reduced, and more individuals, families, groups and communities could fail to flourish. In the last 5 years, by following up on the findings from its Big Squeeze campaign, LVSC made bringing resources to London's voluntary and community sector a priority. It does this by cultivating relationships with funders, businesses, local and national government, bringing the knowledge and experience of London's voluntary and community sector to those who are best placed to influence relevant policy. Furthermore, through its wider networks and projects such as Bidco and United Way London, LVSC is able to explore income-generating opportunities that the sector may otherwise have missed for a variety of reasons, such as lack of time, resources, or experience. By providing a platform to publicise the challenges and triumphs of everyday work in London's voluntary and community sector, LVSC is providing a foundation for the transformation of ideas, services and opportunities, for individuals, for the sector and for policymakers. Be heard. Whatever your work, interests, challenges or insight, LVSC wants to hear from you. You can join our hive of activity by visiting the LVSC website at www.lvsc.org.uk, joining us on Twitter at LVSC News, or signing up to our mailing list.